Welcome back. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of business. Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has said the government will do away with supplementary budgets in the national budgeting cycle. Responding to Governor's request for more funds, Mbadi said there will be no increased allocation to the counties as the fiscal framework was not able to accommodate any extra appropriations. And TV's Brian George Otieno tells us more.
On Monday, Governors' meeting in Kilifi had demanded a total of 535 billion shillings of equitable share in the 2026-2027 financial year. In a Tuesday cabinet dispatch, Treasury presented 420 billion shillings as the proposed equitable share allocation to counties in this financial year. In the 2025-2026 financial year, counties were allocated 415 billion shillings. It is worth noting that the Commission for Revenue Allocation, CRA, recommended that county governments receive approximately 458.9 billion shillings as their equitable share of nationally raised revenue from the 2026-2027 financial year. This figure represents an increase of about 43.9 billion shillings. Parliament passed County Governments Additional Allocations Bill that authorized extra funds to county governments beyond the baseline equitable share. However, allocations to counties have been boosted through parliamentary additional allocations bills outside the Core Division of Revenue Act process.
However, it should also be remembered that we have certain critical expenditures that can never be ignored, one of which is the debt repayment. And you can see our debt repayment is over 1.1 trillion now. So even if we have that share of revenue of 2.9 and you take 1.1 already, you are remaining with 1.8. And then with that 1.8, the salary that we pay at the national government level is almost 1 trillion. It's 960. So out of 1.8, you are remaining with just about 800. And that 800, if you give counties 420, then you know what is remaining. Of course, then we will have other expenditure.
Article 223 of the Constitution of Kenya provides the authority for supplementary appropriation. It allows the government to spend money that was not originally appropriated in the annual appropriation law when appropriations are insufficient or new needs arise, subject to parliamentary approval and limits on the amount. For instance, the supplementary budgets should be no more than 10% of the original budget appropriation without special approval. In a normal financial year and budget cycle, Kenya has 2 to 3 supplementary budgets. There have been 3 supplementary budgets since Mbadi took office on 8th August 2024.
Actually, we are trying to kill, if you notice, I am one person who believes we should kill supplementary budgets. So we are gradually moving there. You can see that previously we used to have supplementary budgets in December, November, December already. Up to now, we have not submitted a supplementary budget in the National Assembly. We will do later this month, maybe next week, but this is February. So you can see we have started. If we can start with the first step of reducing the number of supplementaries, because we have been having 3 every year. If we can start by reducing that to 2 maximum and 1 next year, then we kill it. We make sure we budget properly and everything is factored in.
For the 2024-2025 financial year, Parliament approved additional 50.5 billion shillings in allocations to counties outside of the base Division of Revenue Act, aimed at supporting priority county projects and closing funding shortfalls. In 2025-2026 financial year, the County Government's Additional Allocations Bill number 2 of 2025 was passed with amendments to unlock further funds totaling 93.5 billion shillings to county governments through additional and unconditional transfers from the national government's share and development partners' resources.
So in a nutshell, CS John Mbadi says that with the current fiscal framework, there will be no headroom to allocate counties any extra than the proposed 420 billion Kenya shillings. Brian George Otieno, NTV, Nairobi.